I'm going to do is I'm going to just blodge down some bits of colour, right? If I'd done this really well, I could have done this behind where the snowflakes were going to be, couldn't I? Never mind. Think of that afterwards, right? And then I'm going to splodge the dark into the lighter colour, right? So this is my lighter colour of blue, just splodging around the dark colour. There's nothing technical about this, Joe. It is literally just me making a little bit of a splodgy mess, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in with my paintbrush and I'm just going to splodge all of this together so that we create like a nice kind of coloured background. So they'll all kind of merge and blend into one, but you'll get that lovely sparkle finish as well. So this is just a different way to do it. And there's loads of background techniques that you can do with your sparkle pens. I'm just showing you a few. You could do those lovely techniques that we've shown you before in the back, where you put the salt crystals on and leave them to dry. And
shaving foam.
Shaving foam technique would look amazing.
I guess all of your background techniques will work with your embossing foils, but as long as they're dried off and left to completely set, then they'll be good to go through there.
Any technique that you wanted off. And what I would say is the darker the colour, the more this is really going to show up. Now, can you see what a spark, as it's starting to dry, you're starting to see the sparkle really, really accentuate all over there. Now, I'm going to dry it. It won't be too dry, because if your card's a little bit wet, the emboss will take even nicer to it, right? So if I just go again, let's just make sure we're nice and clean. Not least because I don't want to get anything on my nice purple dress. Right, here we go. Let's get me moved over there. Right, snowflake one, Joe's favourite. Right, here we go. One. So snowflake again. You want, because we put sparkle pen on the top, what you want is the Gemini on the back. So you're going to put this so that you can see those lovely snowflakes. Got them all laid over like that, right? And then you want to build this up. And you want to then send it through your machine, right? Now that's going to, because the cardstock's a little bit wet, it's going to push, bear in mind it's not a regular folder, it's a 3D folder, it's going to push all of that wet watercolour card into all of the little nooks and crannies of the folder. Now, I'm going to do the technique that I showed you before, where we have let's just do it with this one here. So I'm going to use the silver Midas this time to just bring in a little bit of silver from around the edges. So can you see that there? So I'm just dragging the silver from the edge on there a little bit, and it's going to give us like a nice sheen around the outside. So here's my silver sheen from the outside. Then what we're going to do, and it's like a bit of a mix of all your different techniques here. So we've got that sheen coming in, absolutely loving it. And you're starting to see it just rubbing over the snowflakes a tiny little bit. Then what I'm going to do is get the silver gilding wax out, and we're going to have our little ethereal feel behind the snowflakes. So when we give this a bit of a rub over, now we've got those snowflakes totally coming to life. So a little bit of it. And because they're 3D, like look at that one there. Can you see? It looks like you've got some bits of the snowflake in the background and some are in the foreground. Let's do it again on this one down here. So just tiny little bit, just rub over. And again, some bits of the snowflake in the background, some in the foreground, makes them completely come to life. And then anywhere where you want to accentuate or highlight it even further, you just come in with your silver sparkle pen. And so if I want to go in the middle here, and I can just colour in all of the middle, and I can just actually draw all the way up that snowflake on the very, very top levels and make them stand out even more. And that's mixing all these different mediums. So we've got our sparkle pens in the background, you've got your, we're using the metallic pen now, we've used the gilding waxes, we've used the Midas ink. So everything you've already got at home, it's just bringing it all together to give you like the most awesome effects. The thing is, let me just tell you, I mean, we've done embossing folders before. Absolutely we have. You've probably got some of them as you're watching here. Let me tell you, the designs that we've done this year just take account of the latest developments in terms of what we've been able to manufacture. It also takes account of what our illustrators, you've got to remember as well, we've got a bigger team now. Our team is getting bigger and bigger all the time. So we've got this fabulous big team of specialist people who have got amazing skills. So we've got people who are brilliant at, you know, illustration, people who are brilliant at the technical side of the let's have a look. I can't talk and work at the same time. People who are brilliant when it comes to the engineering of it. And what you've also got to remember is we're very lucky in that we have some pretty awesome crafters work for us too. So what happens is they can visualize, they are at the cutting edge of all the trends in the card making industry, and then that's what gets fed through to all of our product designers, which is why, like, for example, these snowflakes are just like off the chart, loads more intricate and detailed than any other snowflakes we've done before, because we're just getting better and better every year. Every time we do more, our designs are just getting stronger and stronger. So if you look at that there, I mean, have you ever seen 3D embossed snowflakes that are that three-dimensional, Jo? I mean, that is just next level embossing.